Oh, interesting. The stat actually shows that EVOS actually has a better late game potential than DEWA United. Let's see though if that's gonna pan out in this game. EVOS is up against DEWA United. Game number 1.
All right. Let's see how the early game starts, because Moeza on the Mathilda. We've seen Mathilda before. Very important, very flexible. But then again, you can't really be as annoying. You can kind of get out of danger, but you're not nearly as durable as you were back then when Mathilda was super meta.
Oh my goodness, Octa is already taking a lot of heat.
Yeah, forced to flicker out. Sanguine Claws not landing. Octa stays alive but has to burn Flicker. But yeah, I think I agree, you know? EVOS definitely do have the better late game.
Yeah, with carry Sicilian. I mean, once the items start rolling in, it's going to be very difficult. Looking at the emblems by IndyHome, look at the emblems, their firmness for Erlan. Trying to get some more survivability while still trying to get some of that value from the solo laning benefit of that emblem. Whereas for the rest of them, especially for Sway Low, the fact that he went with the Wilderness Blessing, he's not really concerned about the damage traded back. He believes his team is going to have the control. He just wants to be there for the party.
Oh man, it's the same thing once again. Alberto goes in.
Okay, it's going to be Ray who wins out the XP. Albert gets away, but it's going to be significantly lower now as Ray continues to put pressure on the map.
You can see, you can hear the oohs and ahs of the crowd as Reggie taking some damage, but he's all right. Every time Albert is going to style on the battlefield, EVOS fans, they are here to cheer.
They're turning almost immediately at every sign of success. And looking at it now, you can see the Badang pressure. The fact that DEWA can get their members cut off from the rest of the team is already deterring them from moving too aggressively. Even Rez on this Phobius, kind of taking a chill. Want to make sure that he has level 4 for the next neutral objective, but EVO's already having a bit of a head start.
Yep. Rotating faster, Key with a pin down, now Ray cancels the Blade Surge. Rez in the back jumping in, has the Inferno Pursuit, will be able to jump onto Reggie, pops into Vengeance as well, but will not be able to land another Demonic Force proc. Just a turtle taken. Albert had to go over the purple buff.
Pretty much what you expected in early game for Afani, prioritizing buff over turtle. Let's see if that's gonna be the case in objective number 2 or 3 when Albert gets more items and the blue buff is there, or purple.
Hey, remember this matchup, Rez and Albert, or the ex-teammates. I remember Yeb saying the reason Rez was getting played over Lutpi was because he looks like Albert.
I mean, not sure if I believe him completely on that one. But look at this, man. EVO's already having all of the pressure. And again, the superior rotation speed. The fact that Swalo is clearing so much faster. The fact that Albert can already be at so many places at the same time. DEWA can't really make a move unless they know exactly where Albert is. The Fanny threat is just way too relevant right there. But DEWA are able to get the cheesy steal on that Litho.
Audience prediction by Gopay, 82% for EVOS. Maybe some effect on Albert picking Fanny, but so far, out of these 3 minutes, Albert has been quite silent. 0 kills on the board, even for both teams right now. They're playing it safe.
By the way, that's a focusing mark Mathilda that Moeza is running there. Once they're trying to enable DEWA to get a pick-off chance of their own, especially with the Suyo and the Harith. But again, the lockdown from DEWA is so minimal. The longest CC combo they have is Octa on the Vexana. So, in theory, that's the tool they would use to try and catch EVOs mid-rotation or something. But if they already expended most of it, that means that Albert, that means that Reggie on the CC are free to just dive in the backline uncontested, uncontrolled.
Interesting itemization coming in from Swalo, not using Elegant Gem. Early item that a lot of mid laners usually opted for if you want to play Sicilian and kind of sustain a bit.
Albert's looking for a play, but don't think he'll be able to find a lot of success when he tries to dive onto Rez. Plus Moeza on the Mathilda. Turtle spawning at the bottom side of the map. EVO's first onto it.
Ray's going to be a level ahead potentially though, but he gets immobilized.
Ooh, holding the angle, Keep. Now Swalo bottom lane airline. Oh, solo killed by Maybe on the Harith. He walks up, retrieve from Retribution. Albert jumping back and forth with the cables, now gets stunned up and will be forced to back away. Rez getting for a pursuit and jumping in one more time. Key, fist crack, but now gets bursted down. Rez is angry. Pops into Vengeance. Reggie trying to go for that damage to shred him down, but won't be able to find it.
Oh, that was a clencher from Key. Interesting decision. They're actually going for more fights instead of just backing away. And now it is 1.4K for DEWA United. Early game is theirs.
It seemed like that solo kill initially just spooked EVOS so much. They got completely scared, surprised there with the outcome. Now Mueza is overextending here, trying to get some trick from maybe. He's going to be able to take down this turret.
Whoa. Did he deny it off of Erland?
I don't think so. I think Ireland still got it, but in the end, still a huge W. Getting a turret in this early of a game. Now they can work towards the other one.
Whoa, Chain CC! Great Eternal Guard, lock him down, and a pin down comes in for Octa. Albert gets a kill, but look at the rest of the team!
Ooh.
Dismantled, purple buff in Ray's sights.
And this is the minus or the negative when you're playing a Fanny. Once you lose a team fight, you gotta watch out for that purple, and it's gone for Ray.
And it's just dangerous, man. Albert went in and he was able to get Octa, but initially, Octa's job was already done. He locked down 2 members and got the combos off. That's the benefit of going with the Vexana. Sometimes all you have to do is get in there aggressively and get your spells off in the right order, on the right members, and if you get taken out afterwards, it's fine. Even your Eternal Guard sticks around for the fight.
Look at this. Rez pinned down by the fist crack, has the vengeance, soaks it in, and then takes the guiding win as maybe deals with the turret.
I just forgot that the fact that this is a Phoveus Mathilda combo that's been feared in Season 14's playoffs. No one give it away now. Albert, 1v1 against Ray.
Oh, cut down. Not enough to take him out, but DEWA United, Ray is holding Albert down.
For sure, and he's gonna be continue to holding him down in this objective fight. Moisa though, still scouting the situation, maybe jumps in. No damage or like no 15 fight just yet. Ray is gonna take this one with ease.
Might be too difficult for EVOS to contest right now with the flash of the Oasis already completed for Moeza right before that initial engagement, before that neutral objective actually spawns. Now for EVOS, again, it's the waiting game. In theory, they outscale by a lot, but even Sway Low is forced to go with a glowing one initially, trying to curb the healing. We'll see, man. They still need quite a while to be able to threaten DEWA.
Yeah, Albert tries his best to deal damage to maybe, but with the help of the Mathilda. Oh, wait. Riz?
Wait a second.
No, okay, no, he didn't get it. Albert was able to get it. I was like, whoa, he retreated early,
super early.
And then he got like there was a little bit of a effect there. I thought he still got it, but no. Albert secures his purple buff.
I thought that was you retreating, Mirko.
Oh, my retreat is on point.
On point. All right, now EVOS, surprisingly, despite being on the back foot for quite a bit, they actually were able to give Erlan a decent amount of farm right there, while also pushing up the top side turret, almost taking it down. It's looking kind of dangerous, but, you know, it's only like 1,000, it's 1,500 gold lead for maybe in that gold lane. It's significant, but it's still within comebackable territory for EVOS.
So again, back to what we said in the draft, right? For DEWA, this is the gamble that they are playing. They want to just win out early game so hard, they snowball out of control. But at this time, 8 minutes, is 2,400 gold enough? Because I don't think so. I don't think it's enough of a snowball to stop EVOS completely.
I think the lack of engagements from DEWA is one of the main reasons for that. Because you can see them posturing aggressively, trying to find a fight. But in the end, unless EVOS kind of give them the right fight, the right kind of grouping position for Octa to try and get something, they won't really engage that well or that decisively with the Phoveus or with Mathilda. There's just so much mobility available to EVOS, and they aren't really super burst heavy, not just yet at least.
And there's another question of like, how can they prepare a good objective battle in the Lord? Because based on the composition, they have EVOS has a CC, has a Badang, so a lot of frontliners. Meanwhile, DEWA, they don't have one, or at least Rez only in this case.
Super tanky though, Rez. Disrupting the back now. Reggie gonna be taking a half HP, jumps again in front of pursuit from Rez. Has to pop into Vengeance, the guiding wind comes in, but Rez is super low.
The trades is there. Look at the HP bars. Rez is already super low and he's gonna go back. This might be a chance for EVOS Albert or EVOS as a whole to find something here, but maybe not objective because they're on a Fanny.
Well, 1v1 in the bottom lane, just a Queller from Ray.
All right, man. For both teams, it's just about trading damage. Oaken, so DEWA has sustained from the Mathilda, but EVOS has so much more consistent damage coming out of the bad impacts. Octa, with the Curse Blast, can't really match that kind of damage output and range. Look at Keto.
trying to go in. Looking for the fist crack now. Zamanforce gonna be popped in as Maybe jumps back and forth. Red still in the midst of it all. Is bursting down by Erlan, who's gonna be taken out by Maybe, who has that double. Albert waiting in the bush. Ray again secures the neutral objective as Maybe continues to deal this obnoxious amount of damage to EVOS.
Change your name to Shirley because he was surely dominating the fight earlier. My goodness, you've questioned the Harith earlier, but he's popping off right now, Mirko.
Situation.
Whoa, steal. What is that? Popped in the circle. That's a weird interaction. If you're circling Eagle, a blinking Fanny, or sorry, a dashing Fanny? That's what happens.
A flying Fanny.
Hold up, another fight here. Oh, Albert! Explosive Fanny. Swaylo running away. Maybe gonna be caught by the fist trap. Pops into the Zamanforce. Will try his best to maneuver out of this. Purple buff in contention. Albert gets it, baby! Oh, almost got the shot to take the Fanny down.
What about Albert, though? As cool as it gets, he's not really intimidating by the presence of Maybe in the front line.
Maybe right now is sitting on 9,000 gold. He has so much damage, so EVOS have to kind of use their damage to kind of threaten him because they can't really just straight up tank the damage that he's outputting right now. This is the power spike that DEWA wanted, that they require, and they're able to get a lot of value right here, even taking out the passive on the top side. But you're seeing that EVOS is starting to recover. Sway Low and Erlan certainly are doing damage right now, and Albert himself has been able to actually maintain a healthy amount of gold. He's actually only 200 gold below Ray at this point in time. So DEWA's hopes and dreams all hinges on Maybe being able to carry. So in turn, if EVOS is able to locate and find the pickup onto Maybe, this might just be a done deal and an immediate comeback for EVOS. It's only 3.5k gold.
And I say, Maybe, if he decided to build something like an anti-Karas, I'm not complaining at all.
Yeah.
It's Fanny, it's Key, it's Airline, and you need all the HP bars that you can get against this kind of composition because you are so important to your team.
I think that's why you go for something like an Oracle next. You want to just get as much healing as possible. That's why he went for the concentrated energy. Usually that's the angle we see, but I think he needs a Divine Glaive to deal with the front line too of EVOS. Key and Reggie. So far doing good though.
Look at the itemization for Rez though. Instead of going for tankiness, he knows he's up against a carry that has the Marksman Trinity. He has the Winter Crown for the next fight.
It all lies on Maybe to make a crazy play. Albert walks up, steals it away, even though he got caught by the fear. The Terrify wasn't enough to lock him down.
I wonder if he feels any kind of like nervousness or any kind of like heart rate change when he did that, because like for me that was a bit of a sticky situation or like risky situation for Albert.
Yep. Definitely on a hero aside from the Fanny, he would have been taken out. The fact that you can still fly on the cables mid crowd control is something that a lot of Fanny players definitely abuse. Make no mistake, ladies and gentlemen. Now with EVOS trying to find control, they have Albert with the mobility, but can DEWA punish?
Circling Eagle on Key. Rez gonna be poked down. Sway Low got one bad impact with a Sanguine Claw, and that's still that much damage. Albert looking for the play, trying to bait out the Terrify from Octa. In the mid lane he goes. Wave shoved in. Lord Dance.
Feels like a fake 3-point-K goal lead, man. This should not have been an equal game for EVOS, but they're right now handling this objective fight really, really well. And they're gonna drag this out longer than a JRPG boss fight.
Ray walks up, gonna be pinned down with the wrist crack to Ray. It's in the crowd. Keep forced to play around as the Zamanforce gets used up by Maybe. Albert with a cutthroat, taking one down. Maybe knows Zamanforce a window of opportunity for EVOS. Key, conceal. Moeza trying to look for an angle. Again, a pin down comes in, but maybe he's still able to free hit as Key walks around. Airline buys the RGM. Sanguine Claw circling Eagle. Another lads. Putting him down. Airline unable to get the shot, but Reggie is still there. Trying to dish out enough damage to take them down, but they won't be able to contest. Reggie walks up again. Retribution takes the Lord. Reggie taken out by Maybe.
Game of inches. And DEWA comes out on top.
That was a great move by EVOS. They were using the mobility so well, cutting in and out of danger, minimizing how much damage Maybe can do with the Zamanforce, trying to escape from the danger zone. But because of that, they were able to leverage that and get the neutral objective. Now, contending with the Lord, EVOS have to try and pull some tricks out of the bag here, try and distract them, try and go for some kind of split push play. They need to abuse the Fanny strong suit, this mobility. And look at this, Ray already waiting for an opportunity.
Queller That's it.
That's one wave erased from the board. That was huge value for EVOS.
Right now, Octa already has a Winter Crown as well. Maybe it's already at full items, including the boots. So this is the moment, the decisive play that DEWA want to have. They want to try and end it right here, right now, if possible.
They gotta. Clock's ticking. Time's running out. Rez, you can see that damage from Swalo! And the shred from Reggie. Blade Surge from Ray. Erlan pops his ult, wanting to go for Ray. He had blood in it. Oh, hold up. Albert! Jumps in again, dishes out a lot of damage, but not enough to take him down. Mueza keeping Octa alive.
They gotta thank the gods for the fact that Albert did not have a purple buff at the time. If he were, whoa, could have been scary.
This is the problem for DEWA though. Without Rez, there's no front line. Look at how passively they have to play, because one bad impact is gonna chunk down Ray, Mueza, and maybe down to almost half HP.
Fist crack, a punch to the face. Mueza still able to run away. Albert jumps in the midst of it all. Gets caught with the circle of the eagle, but maybe did catch him. Ray unable to get him. Albert's too quick with it.
Albert just sucked out the gravity out of the MPL arena. What an escape!
Look at the play, look at the moves, the cables. Albert, the electrician, just setting up all the wires there. DEWA, there was a great attempt by Mueza catching Albert mid-flight, but it just wasn't enough.
Give him that nickname, Arashi. Is he elusive? What? Is he elusive? Is he the elusive?
The elusive? Well, I'm not catching it, I'm sorry. I'm overwhelmed.
Man, oh man. Be ninja, be legend. Very topical. That was a ninja-like move by Albert. There you go.
Unfortunately, Fanny won't be getting a Naruto skin, but you already have enough, Fanny. It's okay.
Yeah.
Exactly. All right. Now for DEWA, they're waiting for the 20-second mark. They're trying to control the waves, but Rez has to be extra careful. He needs to understand that EVOS is targeting him whenever he's walking up forward, and there's a chance to chunk him down. Not even to pick him off, to chunk him down to half HP. EVOS will take that.
Whoa, an attempt, but you're not catching maybe. That's a tanky cat boy.
And the scary part is there's no Oracle, there's no defensive item whatsoever, not even a Winter Crown. And he is as tanky as before. The health bar is not moving at all.
Ooh, Malefic Gun completed for Erlan. The extra range is gonna make DEWA have to recalculate their positioning. We're already at half HP though. Ooh, man.
How about the long lane game though here? Albert's gonna be there, but who's gonna be the one to respond? Or do DEWA wants to force this one and try to take the Lord with a bit of risk from Albert? Do they gamble on that?
And we'll got the hand cam of Albert, I believe, here on the Fanny. We'd love to see how fast he truly is. Circling Eagle from Mueza, locking two members. He's coming down. Mueza gonna be bursted down as Albert walks in one more time. Jumps in back and forth. It's still gonna be maybe jumping over some on-force, but Key is still able to survive. Not for long, so look at maybe! Erlan not getting enough damage to deal with maybe. He gets away. No some on-force for a few seconds.
And there's an Oracle. He wants to heal up with Mueza on the floor. Albert is looking for an angle to steal this one, or maybe gets a kill. A few of them. Albert goes in.
Uh-oh, maybe wants to follow. Circling Eagle onto the back again. My Lord, Albert gonna be caught by Maybe, who gets the fadeaway shot. Two members left alive for EVOS as DEWA get the Lord.
That was a tracking hit towards the Fanny. Maybe. Stop, man. Chill out.
May be enough to win the game for sure, man. 6K gold advantage. EVOS with 25 seconds down before Reggie and Albert are even in the picture. This is a win for DEWA to force a play when the backline is safe from any kind of threat, and they will do so. The Lord is going to push them, is going to assist them in trying to end the game. Can Swalo output enough damage to clear?
Mueza zoning them in the back. Erlan trying to deal what he can. Rez bursts it down. Immortality gonna be popped as well as maybe walks in back and forth. Key obliterated. Erlan doing the best he can.